What's up, guys? Hope everybody's doing well and having a great day. Gonna have a little fun here in this video, and I'd like you guys to leave a comment down below in the comment section. I ran across something the other day here in central Kansas, right in the middle of the United States. We're here at Google Earth, and the location that we're going to is called Rock City Park. It's near Minneapolis, Kansas, and there's something here in Rock City Park. In fact, that's what it's named after. It's named after these mysterious rocks that you're about to see. There's a 1,600-foot patch of these rocks, 130 feet wide, and they all have basically the same shape. Some are just a little bigger than others. It's like a large family, a large cluster of these round rocks that just appeared out here in the middle of farm country, and they've been here for eons, as long as we've ever known. I mean, these things are too heavy to even move. But if you do some research on these things, they're called concretions. They say that these things are a natural phenomena. Me personally, after looking at these things and doing some research, and yes, I did find that there are other examples of these things around the world. I mean, Earth is full of all kinds of mysteries, and that's basically what this video is about, just the mysteries of Earth. You can find a place over in California called Bowling Ball Beach where there's many examples of what look like spherical rocks. Along the coast of California in Mendocino, California, there's just one location here where there's a large cluster of these big round rocks. Going over to Kazakhstan, you can see another location where the landscape is littered with these round rocks that again have the same basic shape, like a large group of these things that just randomly appear around the globe. Here's another example of these things over in the Czech Republic. You can find them on Mars. They're spherical rocks on the surface of Mars. Over in New Zealand, there's a location in New Zealand that has these large boulders that are along the coastline of New Zealand. You can see them right here. Some people jokingly call them dinosaur eggs. Either way, they're very mysterious, and I find them actually quite curious. Their origins, at least, are very curious. I mean, what are the odds of random rocks appearing in a 1,600-foot long cluster that's 130 foot wide? These things have the same basic color, they have the same basic shape, and they have very similar surface features where they look like they were once layers. Look at the top of this thing here. See how the top part's layered and then it kind of leans down over here? Well, this one does the same exact thing. And this one back here does the same exact thing as these two here. I think these things at one time, and this is just my opinion, I could be way off base, but I want you guys to leave a comment down below in the comment section. And again, we're just having a little fun. I mean, these things are out in the middle of farm country where corn and soybeans grow, and there's a big cluster of very unique, mysterious rocks. But have they always been rocks? I think at one point in time, these things almost had to have been living organisms to get the same shape and the same surface features and the same general size, and now they're just so old that they've turned to literal stone, and they're very heavy, but they have layers. These things may not have walked the earth with like legs or anything like that, but maybe at one time, thousands, maybe who knows, millions of years ago, these things were a type of like mushroom or maybe some type of sea sponge or something like that. These things just have way too much in common not to have been alive at one time. It's almost like their genetic code was the same, I can't see these things just being random rocks that just formed by chance, These things were growing. I think looking at this cluster here, and it's just a theory, I think these things were a large family of whatever these things once were. These bigger ones back here were older. I think these were the adults. These up here in the middle were the younger ones, and these up here towards the front were probably younger adult, whatever these things were, maybe sea sponges, maybe some sort of mushroom. There is a location not far from here in Kansas where there's a rock that they call Mushroom Rock here in Kansas. And if you look at the top of this rock, it does favor some of the rocks over at Rock City. Look at that. That's one of the rocks at Rock City, and it looks very similar to this lonesome rock that stands up like a mushroom. More than likely, this thing here at one time was a living organism, a very large living organism. I mean, if that was a mushroom, it would have been probably the largest mushroom ever to exist. I mean, that thing is absolutely huge, and it's very heavy. But looking at the layers, those layers had purpose, and that purpose was to keep this thing alive. These things here, they also have layers, and those layers were probably to filter water. Maybe these things were underwater. There is a theory that there was an ocean line up here in the central part of Kansas at one point in time. And maybe these things too, like today, were along the shoreline of an ancient ocean, like we see over here in New Zealand and along the coast of California. These things that they call concretions, like over here in California, these things are along the coastline today. And also down in New Zealand, they're along the coastline today. So maybe at one point in time, many, many eons ago, these things were along the coastline of an ancient ocean that reached way up into Kansas a long, long time ago. But I think these layers had a purpose. I don't think these are just random acts of nature that all form just coincidentally, almost identically. You can see a couple of larger ones here. These are probably adult ones, and this one here is probably a younger one. That's the way I interpret these things, but I want to know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below in the comment section if you think at one time these things could have been some type of living organism. It's just another one of the many mysteries of planet Earth. We are always finding mysterious things around planet Earth, not only on the ground, but in the sky. And here's yet another example of one of the many mysteries of our little planet that we call Earth. And this one here just happens to be right in the middle of the United States in central Kansas, called Rock City Park. Also in this video, I've got a brand new picture slideshow, new sky phenomena photos sent in from all around the world. First photo is out of Idaho, big double-decker rainbow sent in by Alexis that appeared to be right in front of her. She also took this photo of this burgundy sky that's unedited, exactly the way I received it. Dale out of Fort Lupton, Colorado, another fiery orange sky. Photos sent in by Dale. These too are unedited, at least by me, exactly the way I received them. Video here by Paul T. out of Lubbock, Texas, of what looks like a big ship cruising across the skies of Texas as thunderstorms were starting to brew above Lubbock. Photo here by Tiffany B. out of Pensacola, Florida, of a very low to the ground photogenic shelf cloud. Photo here by Mary Hall from the International Space Station looking down at the Bahamas. Really cool view there. CC out of Maryland. Roll clouds in the sky. That's a panoramic view of the sky from Maryland that's loaded with roll clouds. Desiree F. out of Duluth, Minnesota. Has some really super unusual clouds here that look like waves in the sky or little archways. Dan C. out of Jackson, Missouri. Another ominous looking shelf cloud in the sky. Jamie G. out of Edmonton, Alberta. Spectacular jumbo halo in the skies above Canada. Leave a comment down below in the comment section if you guys have a theory or know anything about these mysterious rocks in central Kansas. Thanks for watching. Have a super day and be safe out there.